Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Z Grill's Taste the Smoke. And if this is your first time here, I would think you came on a good show, that is for sure, as we are going to whip something up that is packing the flavor, and that is going to be perfect for something like a Saturday or a Sunday football, or at least a good quick get together. And of course, I am talking about some meatball sliders. Look, we are going to whip up about a 20-minute sauce. I mean, this sauce is going to have everything that you would want in there. After that, we are going to make a special blend meatball up. We will then fire up that Z Grills with some cherry smoke, cook them off for about 45 minutes or so, get them to that perfect 165, 167, and then we are going to finish them up into a slider. I can tell you right now, these things are not only easy to do, but absolutely incredible and packing that flavor. So look, what I want to do here is let's turn our attention down to the board. We've got that sauce all here and ready to go. Let me show you the ingredients. Let me show you how to make it, and let's start the show. So as noted, this one's going to get started with a custom 20-minute sauce. I mean, you probably already have most of these ingredients in your house, but no fear there. As I start putting this together, always remember Z Grills will have this full recipe down in the description under blog form. You can just follow that link there, go right to the website, print out all you need, and pick up all you need. And of course, after you get all the ingredients in, you want to bring that up to a low simmer for about 20 minutes or so. You got to thicken it up a little bit. I am using a chunky type tomato. You can use a crushed or blend it when you are done. Either or, it really doesn't matter. So look, what I want to do here, we've got that custom little meatball recipe to do. So let's turn our attention back down to the board and let's make up some meatballs. Keep in mind, this meatball recipe is going to be pork based. I'll have 50% of the pork, of 100% of the 80-20 ground beef. And as always, like I said, keep in mind Z Grills will have the full ingredient list down out in the description. And as I add everything into the bowl, you are going to want to incorporate all that goodness together. Once you get all that incorporated, it is very important the way you are going to for the size you are going to make the meatballs is going to be dependent on the bread that you have. I've got sliders, so probably a little less than a pool ball is going to be perfect for me. I will get all those meatballs made up. I've got a wire rack sprayed out. I will get them on the wire rack. Now look, the reason for the wired rack is that is going to be easy to maneuver in the Z Grills. So if you have a wire rack, I definitely suggest use one. Once we get all those meatballs made up, I've got some bacon. I will get a little bit of a slice on top of each meatball. Hey, that is going to be added flavor as that bacon cooks up and that bacon grease falls on those meatballs. I mean, hey man, you know that's got to be good. Alrighty, also, believe it or not, that is all the prep that we have here. I've got that sauce in the house on the stove, just reducing it a tad bit more to thicken it up a little bit. Here's our balls here. We will just leave these right here. What we got to do now is let's get on over back to my Z. We got to get that fired up. I'm going to put a little bit of cherry pellets in it, and we are going to run this cook at about 375 or so. And we are looking at about maybe a good solid half hour on these meatballs. And that is basically all there is to it. And I am telling you right now, man, this is going to be packed up with flavor. So once your pit hits that targeted of about 375, you can get the meatballs in bottom rack. You are going to let them go for about a half hour to 45 minutes. At approximately that 45 minutes later, you could start checking the meatballs for doneness. You are looking at a safe temp of 165 Fahrenheit or so. Remember, we still have a little bit more cooking to do, so these are going to be perfect at that 165, 167. We will get these off, and as we are doing so, I mean, look at the color of these meatballs. That is going to be a product of that cherry smoke that we put in the pit on those cherry pellets. I mean, they look absolutely incredible. All right, let's take these on to the next step. So there's a couple different ways you can go here. I don't really like a soggy bun, so putting some sauce on the bottom's not going to cut it for me. I'm probably going to double cheese it. I'm probably going to cheese up the bottom, put the meatball on, then hit it with some sauce, and then cheese it up again. I think that'll work best. I've got a couple slices of whole cheese here I am just going to use. You know, it's warm here in the Garden State when we are in mid-November, and there are still bees flying around. It is about 65, almost 70 here today. So I've got some whole, then I will do some pieces here. And you're going to want to stay tuned because I do have a little trick up my sleeve to take these up through the roof in flavor. From there, we will get a meatball on. Now, I am very happy on the way the bacon cooked, so I am going to leave that on. I was a little concerned that the bacon wasn't going to cook up enough, and I was going to pull it off. If that was the case, it still would have done what I wanted to do, which is give me that bacon fat in the meatball. Of course, bacon fat is a little added flavor. And there you go. Alrighty, next up, we've got some sauce. We will get that on. Now, you can see the sauce thickened up. Now, this is a little chunky. If you didn't want it chunky, you can emulsify it in a blender or just pick another tomato. I like it chunky, so that is the way I left it. And you definitely want to try to get a pretty decent amount of sauce on. Although the chunky seems to be helping a lot because she is sitting up there nice and pretty. Now I am just going to pile some cheese on. Little grated cheese going down. Of course, from here we can crown them. And you can push them down a little bit as you are putting the crown on. And from there, we are going to hit each crown with a little bit of butter. Oh man, those look good already. Now we got all this on a tray, which is perfect because all that goodness, the added, the extra cheese, the sauce, the butter that is dripping down, that is all good stuff right there. I can guarantee you that. And last but certainly not least, this is an everything bagel seasoning. You know, the buns are going to be as good as the meatballs. I can guarantee you that. So look, to protect the rolls from not getting too stale, we are going to hit them with a little bit of foil. And you can just go loose on top. It's fine. So look, the pit is still going at about 375. We will get these on, and I am thinking about 15 minutes or so. At that time, I will bring you guys back. Alrighty, look, that was a quick 15 minutes, and that is going to be good enough. Let's get on over to the pit. Let's get them here on the board, and let's see how we did. Alrighty guys, and that is it. And I am not going to lie to you here. As I was setting up the board here, setting up for a couple shots over there, me and Molly, and you will see her in a minute. She will come out over here when she sees me hit one of these on a taste test, and I can tell you these are absolutely incredible. I mean, there is no other two ways about it. I mean, they are cheesy. The meatballs are perfect. That bacon really adds a lot of flavor, and that topping of that everything bagel that we put on here is, you know, it just takes it through the roof. I mean, there is a lot of flavor packed into these suckers, that is for sure. So look, what I want to do here, as Molly knows, I am getting ready to pick one of these up. Let's do that taste test, and I will give you a fresh perspective on these. Cheers. So look, first off, the bread is nice and crispy. That is everything to me. I do not like a soggy bread, and this bread here is perfect. Again, the meatballs have a lot of flavor, man. They are packed in flavor. The cheese is perfect. That quick 20-minute sauce adds a lot of flavor. Also, the everything bagel on top with the butter. I mean, what could you say? I mean, there's not a miss on any bite you take on this. There is no miss, that is for sure. So look, that is going to close out this show here. My name is Tommy. I appreciate all you guys for watching. Don't forget, Z Grills will have this whole recipe in blog form. You can go right down into the in the description here, press a button and just follow right to the website. Also, do not forget that website, the Facebook page, Z Grills Instagram channel, and of course this YouTube channel right here. You follow all them, and Z Grills will have you smoking, have you grilling all year long. So guys, look, that is going to close out this show. Don't forget to get outside, fire up those Z Grills, and taste the smoke. Again, my name is Tommy. I appreciate all you guys for watching. If there is anything you'd like to see, just leave it down in the description. I will certainly read it and see what I can do. Other than that, until next time, we will see you soon.